There's a new law in Illinois that's sparking a debate about privacy. Students from elementary school to college can be asked to hand over their social media passwords, giving the school full access to their accounts.
Lawmakers say it's an effort to curb cyberbullying. Reporter Lee Lynchide talked to some Wisconsin students who wouldn't want to see that law come to this state.
On the first day back to class, students can usually expect a new syllabus and some homework. But turning over their Facebook password probably isn't on the assignment list.
I mean, I wouldn't be willing to give my password to the university system.
Oh, absolutely not.
I would definitely feel invaded.
As surprising as it sounds, that could be the case for some Illinois students. According to state law there, school districts and even universities can demand access to their students' social media accounts if they have reasonable cause to believe the student is violating school code, both during and after class time.
I can see how that would be a good way to prevent cyberbullying, which from what I hear is becoming more of an issue.
If you had like reasonable cause to go into their accounts, then it would be a good idea to have their passwords as more of like a precautionary thing.
I don't think that's constitutional. To me, that seems like an overreach.
Some social media experts call the law breathtakingly broad when it comes to cracking down on cyberbullying.
It's something that's understandable that schools want to get some kind of control over, use some kinds of tools to address it, but this is a pretty blunt tool.
I would never, ever give my password out because there's sometimes sensitive information, like credit cards or my phone numbers, stuff personal information about me that I don't want people having.
While some students here in Wisconsin say they appreciate the effort, this law may go a little too far.
I think it'd be an invasion of privacy.
Our educational lives should be separate from our social lives by this point.
Yeah, it crosses a boundary that I think I'm not comfortable with, and I can't imagine that too many students here would be comfortable with.
Now, this law actually took effect last year, but schools have to include the policy in their handbooks and notify parents of the change. So some Illinois schools are just getting around to implementing the policy this year.
Here in La Crosse, an associate superintendent says he'd rather rely on the relationships the faculty and staff make with the students before invading personal information.
It doesn't sit right with me, and I know that our principals, administrators, teachers have really done an exemplary job of building those relationships that those kids feel empowered to make certain the school's safe, and they feel empowered to let people know, adults know when there's a problem.
The associate superintendent also says he has a problem with asking for a student's password if it's illegal for an employer to ask for an employee's social media passwords in Wisconsin.